Hello and welcome. You're listening to the Dungeon Speak podcast, a D&D campaign based on Greek mythology. My name is Todd, and I will be the DM of this adventure. Now the players will say hello themselves.
Yo, what's up? I'm Dylan. I play Brittany, the Drow Druid.
Oh.
Hello, my name is Darren, and I play... I was gonna say Drow, the Celtra Artificer. Celtra, the Drow Artificer.
Y'all are fools. Hello, my name is Brittany, and I'll be playing Lorel, the half-elf paladin.
My name is Becca, and I play Mavari, the tiefling sorcerer.
My name is James, and I'm not currently having multiple personality disorder, and I'm playing Tyr.
Hello there. These are not the people that were just here a second ago. These are the new people that are here in the new second. The last second is gone. The new second is here. And here with me is...
Hello. It's Becca.
It's Miranda. I'm here too.
Hi.
I know, right?
So, we make a lot of characters. So many. One-shots, fucking around, whatever we're doing. And we just kind of want to talk about how we do it, because we all have different levels of doing it. I think we mostly, us three, have about the same way of doing it, but we have almost different decades, because I've been around this really cool, super awesome game that everybody loves and thinks everybody who plays it is cool for like 17, 18 years. And Miranda, like around 8 or 10, right?
Closer to 10, yeah.
Yeah, and then Becca, like 8 months.
No, that's not fair. I've been playing, I think, about 5 or 6 years.
Oh, I actually didn't know it was that many.
Yeah, I can't remember exactly when we started playing. I think it was back in like 2018.
That's cool. Okay, so almost decade apart. Becca fucked it up, I'm sorry. So, I thought we could talk about the process that we use to make our characters. First and foremost, in my opinion, I prioritize flavor. Like, I will picture in my head this dude or chick. No, I always play dudes, I'm sorry. And what they're about, what kind of person they are, way before I pick the class, race, or background, or any of that crap. What about y'all?
Flavor above everything else. Basically, what I like to do is I like to create this character in the sense of like, what's their story? What's their personality type? What do I want this person to be like? And then I'm like, okay, how do I apply this to actual numerical stats and classes and races?
Yeah, I also like to build with flavor, but I build it from an idea, and rather than like, I don't build the person themselves, I build like a concept of a character, and then I build around it. Like, here's a I don't want to give up any of my ideas because they're so cool.
I'm gonna go before you, if it helps. So
Okay,
one of the things
okay.
I was thinking about doing was a nerd, like a fat little guy, maybe a halfling, a dwarf, I don't know, but just a fat little dude who carries around like a ring of books, and he flips through them all the time, either for research or spells. I don't even care. I just the idea of some little short dude like bundled up in robes or coats or whatever, with just like surrounded by books, and maybe from a library or a monastery. I don't know. I was thinking about like maybe a knowledge cleric, but like the idea of him being cute and his voice and his personality came before the class. I don't even care about the class. Like, that could change. Everything about him could change as long as he's that fat little adorable dude just bundled up in books.
That's so cute.
Fun.
Yeah. And like I think I texted Miranda about it, but I sent her a video. I was driving down the road and I had the epiphany of a personality for a dude. It was a dwarf. How did he talk? Oh shit, I don't remember now. I was laughing to myself alone in my car because I'm normal and doing voices, and then I sent it to Miranda and I was like, I want to make a character that sounds just like this. No idea anything else. That's all I know.
The end.
Yeah.
It was also zero context, just for the record. I just received this video
Oh,
with
yeah.
like no context.
I do forget to do that sometimes.
I also send character ideas to Miranda with no context, but most of the time
This poor girl.
I start it with a gif of someone kicking in a door.
Oh, I didn't even start it. I'm sorry. I just said it to her. I'm like, bah,
Yeah.
check this out.
Well, that's just so Miranda knows that I'm serious. I'm
Sorry, what is
serious
that?
about what I'm about to say.
Super serious. I know. When Becca sends me that gif, I have to, okay, buckle down. Okay, she's gonna send me something really cool.
Or really funny.
Or really stupid.
Yeah.
Wait, didn't you just say it's so she knows it's serious?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Serious? You can be stupid serious.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
You just gotta know.
That's why I have a gif of you saying it's so fucking funny.
Yeah,
Oh my
I said
God.
I love that tone that I used for that, because now you think I was like serious with it, and I
Mhm.
just made a jokey voice. I guess I'll have to make a character based on it, because you
Have to.
Yeah. Princess type bitch. It has to be.
There. Oh yes. See, sometimes characters can derive from stupid shit we say.
I remember the
Oh.
voice.
you
Like a
remember-
fighter
Holy
dwarf.
shit.
Yeah, I don't know. My brain. It's on a delay. It just sounded like it is.
Yes, there it is.
Oh my god.
Because I remember thinking, because partway through it, your dictation changed a little bit, and I was like, wow, he's starting to sound Canadian.
Oof. How you like a syrup?
Oh,
Gross.
You don't like syrup?
No, I do. I just didn't like your voice.
Oh, that's kind of hurtful, but it's fine.
You're welcome.
My mom says it too.
Oh.
Second thing I do is I pick the race. Like from there, like little short fat dude, halfling, dwarf, maybe a young human. Like, I mean, it can't be too young because I say messed up shit, and children shouldn't be talking like that. So I guess it'd have to be a halfling or a dwarf. Ooh, maybe a fat goblin.
Oh.
What about you guys?
Perhaps.
What do you pick next?
Generally, what I pick next is actually backgrounds, because it helps build up the character lore still. So if like I'm building someone who's very prestigious and whatnot, okay, cool. I'm probably looking at a noble background.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
I think that's when I develop the personality. Like, I go with the concept and then go to a personality. Like, for a campaign a long time ago, I wanted to play a druid who got their powers from science. So they studied plants, and that's how they got their connection to being a druid. And I wanted to make her personality, like, very nerdy, like you said, but more of like a science nerd who loves plants. Like a plant mom. And yeah, so a personality comes next for me. Like how would they play with the concept?
Yeah, I mean, I love rules, love them, but
Mhm.
sometimes they do get in the way.
Absolutely.
Miranda recently, a few episodes ago, actually created a background for the characters that me and Becca made. I don't think Becca used. I think I just did, but it was a
I
farmer
did not.
background. But Miranda made it
Rude.
from scratch, just because I don't know if I was talking to her at the time or if we were just texting. But I was like, I hate this. None of them seem right. Ugh.
And so I said, hold up, hold my beer. I got this.
But it was an IPA because she's Canadian.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Thank you. But yeah, sometimes you have to just bend the rules in order to make things work. I don't think I've ever been in a situations where I was straight from the book with a specific character. I think every single character I've ever played had some sort of modification beyond the rule books.
And this is why me and Miranda talk at length before she plays one.
Absolutely.
I make all my characters based on the rules, minus the one-shot ones.
I don't
Those
know.
rules are good.
I just think if the concept's cool, I'm gonna figure out how to make it work.
There's a lot of backgrounds, but I'm still shocked that there wasn't a farmer one. Like, That's just weird.
I feel like when it comes to backgrounds, they're important but not super important. So I use them more of as like a notch in the character. Like, okay, here is like a slight description of it. Like, let's say noble. The term for noble is so broad of like what kind of noble you were. You could just be like define it differently. Or like hermit or sage. You can just change it slightly to fit how the kind of background you actually want them to have.
Yeah, I think because it depends on the dungeon master at the same time too. Because I've been in games where backgrounds didn't really change anything. It felt like it didn't matter. But then I've been in games where it's like, yeah, your background was a huge like component to the playthrough.
I don't think I've played any games where the background takes such a big point in it. Except when like the little perks you get with the background, like for Street Urchin, you can like navigate cities really easily.
Yeah. I don't know. Like after a lot of times if I can't find a background that actually fits the character that I want, then I'll go from there towards like professions that come with the background. And so if the person doesn't fit, if the personality doesn't fit, then I go for the skills that they bring, and they just kind of use that like, I guess this will work. Sad.
I think that's another way to look at it too, because like if you're making a background but like the backgrounds don't fit, you want to get as close as possible with skills that your character should have. Like if you were to grow up a noble, you should be eloquent in your speech for persuasive and history. Like you grew up with education and stuff. So I feel like sometimes you can just kind of ignore the background but use it to help push skills that help your character in like a building. Like I have a cleric in another campaign who has pickpocketing. Like she's really good at stealing, but she's a cleric.
I mean, I
should say a war domain cleric. She's not even a trickery domain.
Dude, those clerics, those domains are fucking bomb.
Clerics are so versatile.
I'm gonna make a lawyer character who is unable to tell the truth. But make him a bard, expertise in deception, no other skills.
Beautiful. You better carry around like a briefcase and everything, a nice suit.
Yeah. Alright, next step for me is the backgrounds. Oh, no. Class. I'll go class next, after race. What about y'all?
I go appearance, actually. What did they look like?
Oh, that was done before I did the backgrounds. I'm sorry. That was part of making the character.
Oh, well, oops. Yeah, because I like drawing all my characters out, and then that helps me decide, okay, cool, if they're tall and lanky, chances are they're going to be a speedy little shit. Or if they're short and stout, they might be able to hide a lot better, which means, okay, cool, I need a stealth option. You know, just what are they wearing? What are they holding? What colors do they have? Will help kind of dictate which direction I will go in terms of class and skill builds.
I think for me, though, next would be class, because I want to be able to shape the concept of the character in my mind. So, like, what class could fit the concept and the personality, and, like, what skills would align with both.
I have actually changed an entire idea of a character because I couldn't find a subclass that fit that personality. I was like, oh, I want to make him a barbarian. And I was like, no. All right, let's go fighter.
Yeah, and that really sucks is because, like, some classes are much more versatile to build ideas around than others.
Yeah, I think a bard, you can do pretty much anything.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Bard is, like, the easiest to work with.
Yeah.
I made a fairy bard once. And so she was just this tiny little thing. And I just made her into a little shit. She just was the prankster. Because of the fact, you know, you're fairy, you're fae, you're gonna do tricks and shit.
That almost feels on brand for a fairy, though. A fairy trickster just seems to make sense.
I made a bard who was in love with the god of death. So she got a magic violin that could summon undead enemies or undead allies. So sometimes you can just be a necromancer.
Oh, I feel like it's
Tickling.
super lacking in 5e, but it's fine.
Necromancy and summoning classes?
Yeah. So I will say one of my character ideas that I talked to Miranda about was a summoner class. This is gonna sound silly, but hang with me for a second. I wanted to play a Southern Belle woman,
Yep.
who she had a doll, and this doll had a spirit inside of it that was an evil haunting spirit, like a demonic possession. And then so every time she was threatened, she would throw this little stuffed animal out there, stuffed doll, and it would fight for her.
Don't want to see it. I need that to happen.
Did you die of cringe?
I died of cringe.
Okay, I figured.
Congratulations.
What's the next step for y'all when it comes to character creation?
Background is the last one for me. Well, background and then stats.
See, I always make a class and then I make a like appearance, but usually when I'm building the concept of a character, the appearance shows. She thinks she fell. The appearance sometimes comes with it, and especially with the personality as well. Sometimes, but sometimes I don't even know what they'll look like until the whole kit caboodle is made, and then it's like, okay, here's the build. Now time to build, like, Frankenstein it together. Like, let's say I've made a fighter. I should make someone much more masculine or lean or, you know, along those lines.
Nah, just make it a 80-year-old lumberjack. It's fine.
I mean, that works too.
Hey, he was still alive.
Just barely, though.
Yeah. So, there's a lot of times that I don't even want to finish the character after I get past the concept because I like the concept, and then I'm like, this is it. I have the character concept. I don't need no equipment. What the fuck was it? Bo from Miranda's recent one shot with the murder mystery.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think I was still talking to her, and then I was like, okay, I finished. I'm gonna send it to you. And I was like, oh yeah, I gotta pick spells. Like, I was like, I don't want to do spells. I'm good. I'm done. I like him. Like, this is all I need. I'm happy.
And sometimes that happens. Sometimes you're just like, oh wait, I have to have weapons. That's right. That's a thing.
Yeah, like, I love the aspect of this game as far as, like, the personalities that you put out there and play. Like, it's not so much about the combat and, like, oh, well, I really want to wake up today and swing 3 times with my longsword and roll criticals all 3 hits. Sure, we all think that, but we give up as soon as we think it. But I mean, like, I don't know, just getting on here, playing a character, playing that personality, that's part of the fun.
I agree. That's why, like, a lot of people like combat. I actually don't like combat.
Too.
I prefer to roleplay and have fun and have goofy antics rather than fighting.
Like, combat is fun, but you have to know what you're doing.
Yeah, you have to know what your character can do. But combat's also stressful too, because you'll have a plan in mind, and you'll be like, okay, this is what I'm gonna do on my turn, and then somebody's gonna do something so stupid, and you're like,
Why?
guess not.
Why
And
am I here?
That happens so much for me in DSP. I'll have a plan, and I'm like, okay, this is what I'm gonna do on my turn. I'm gonna execute it like this. And then someone does something stupid, and I'm like, well, I guess I can't do that. And then it gets to my turn, and I'm like, well, my idea is gone because someone else wanted to be stupid. And I'm just like, hold on.
I
So,
sit here
yeah.
laughing.
Yeah, you're a problem. You're one of the problems. That's why she's laughing, because she knows what she's done.
Part of the problem with Miranda is that
Oh,
she doesn't
no.
notice that things have changed. So if she's like, on my turn, I want to cast Fireball. And then if people move up into the melee combat, she doesn't even notice. She still casts it. Yeah, she's just like, oh, whoops. Oh, well.
Sometimes people are not the brightest bulbs on the tree.
That's no way to talk about yourself.
Yes, it is. You shut that down. Anyway,
Friendship.
what is the last thing you guys do before you send up a character sheet? Or in my case, send it up 3 different times.
I double check
Accurate.
everything. Make sure everything's there.
Okay,
Yeah.
what do you do right before you make sure everything's there? Like, what's the last step you do before you're like, all right, this bitch is done?
It depends on the class, because if it's like a spellcaster, I gotta make sure I have all the spells I need, especially if it's not something like a cleric whose spells are set in stone. And it's like, damn, I picked the sorcerer and some of these spells kind of suck.
Yeah, they do.
So that's the thing though, is like permanent spellcasters, or like when you can't swap your spells around, it's like, damn, some spells are just niche moments and then you don't have those for those moments.
Yeah, but when it comes, it's your moment to shine.
True.
You go, girl.
Get it.
Okay.
I think picking equipment is the last thing I do. Like bedroll, rations, water skins.
Oh, that just falls into making the character. Like when you like picking the class and like building up the character sheet and stuff.
I sent off a character recently when I was playing with friends, and they were like, hey, you don't have any equipment. And I was like, I'm playing a barbarian. I don't give a fuck. Here's any equipment. Let's just go. Fuck it.
Yeah, and you gotta like you gotta make sure you know what you're able to even get. Like, let's say you're coming into the middle of a campaign and all the other party members have like 10,000 magic items and you get nothing. It's just kind of funny.
That's like.
Yeah. It's sad.
I say
What
that
do you
as
have?
I've done that like 5 times.
I have a great sword. Mine's +2. What's yours? A great sword. That's it. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Good times.
Sure.
I usually, at that point, it's like, okay, making sure I have my class picked out, my subclass, depending on what level you're at, skills, and everything's just on the sheet.
Wait, you put it on the sheet before you send it off?
Yes?
Oh, man. That's why mine always gets sent back.
Oh, well, yeah.
I thought people just wanted to see the
Jeez.
pictures and that was it.
No, you have to. Todd, we've talked about this.
I'm sorry, I've already deleted that. I just want to see the pictures.
See what I'm working with here?
Nope.
Rude.
Yep. Alright. You know what? I'm gonna see y'all in a minute. And Becca too. Miranda, we'll see you in about a month.
Yay!
My name is Becca, and you're listening to the Dungeon Speak podcast.
One more week, one more thing gone by. The players have made their way into the area of Sparta, getting past what some would consider the natural walls around the area itself. They have crossed by a plateau that kind of runs adjacent to one of the mountains that acts as a natural barrier. They are going south, parallel to the river that runs right by Sparta and kind of ends in like a Y at a point. And they are going through a small tribe settlement of smaller white buildings that are made out of like a stone, a simple stone. They're all just 1-bedroom buildings. And these buildings are roughly like 7 to 10 feet tall. Very simple. There's black smoke all over the place. There's a few fires here and there between the buildings, but it doesn't really make sense that the way these fires are lit. They're not actually on buildings. They're not actually on wood or anything. They just seem to be randomly spattered about. The party split a little bit Blautz headed into a lit building that had a brazier in the middle of it, lanterns on the side of it, and candles inside of it. And he climbed through a window, took a look around, found a statue of a woman in a simple tunic, holding a branch with leaves on it, and then she had a very stern look on her face, and she looked familiar, but he's busy, so he didn't spend too much time on it. The other part of the party, I'm going to start with Razmi, spent a lot of effort to make a small bubble of water to try to help put out fires. But in the meantime, Mavari and Tyr redirected an entire river to start putting out fires. And Celtra went over there after a little bit to help because Mavari yelled out very loudly, "Help!" Now, why did she do this? Because the party was attacked before. A shadowy, dark mist creature made of black came up behind Ginyel and struck down at him before attempting to flee back into the black smoke and was smited down by a few of the players. And then when Mavari said help, she did that because when she redirected the river, it was splitting at 2 points. Kind of like there was a tree there that the river was going around, except for there was nothing that the eyes could see. A little bit south of her, farther into this village area, and to her left, there was one that was split, not too far from where the river actually originates from. And then to her right, by about 20 feet, there was another one that split. Celtra, being the ever helpful, came around the building to head to Mavari, and he was looking around. He saw one of them up ahead of him and to the right, near the river where it was, and he could see it splitting. And then he turned around, and I didn't notice that last time I said he made a 360 turn, but that's my bad. I forget how degrees works. He makes a 180, and he notices that directly behind him it is splitting. One last thing I will note is that Mavari heard light sobbing in a building, 2 buildings away from her. Whoops. Actually, I don't remember if I told you which building it was. A building south of her, further into this village area and more towards Sparta. The sky is blotted out by what you can see are moving shapes from this distance, but you can't really make out the shapes yet. But we go back into it, and I don't know, is there anything I want to say before we go back into it? Because going back into the turn order, a player is not next. I'll just say that. Anything?
Nah.
No.
Okay.
Nah.
Fair enough. So, what's going to happen here is Celtra turns around and he realizes that the river is splitting roughly 3 feet away from him. And at this distance, he can see it's pretty big split. And he can see the impact of it, where it is like it's hitting a tree. It's kind of a round shape. And then he can almost perceive a slight movement or distortion in the air in front of him, as it seems like something comes down on him. And I gotta... Mr. Celtra, does a 26 hit?
Hold on. Yeah, it does. My AC will be 24 with shield.
Alright, so this time I'm gonna actually use both of his attacks. But the first attack does... Okay. Oh, hey, it's almost the same as Ginyel. You take 45 points of psychic damage.
Ow.
I don't really know how this is going to animate kind of the damage that Celtra takes, but everybody just sees this creature become invisible as it is finishing like a claw attack, except it seems to go through Celtra instead of actually hitting him. Celtra has no visible marks or cuts, but it's just a pain that strikes his brain. Alright, second attack, not that great, 19.
A shield this time.
Alright. So the first one comes down, this large creature, easily 2 more feet taller than Celtra, appears, and then it swipes again, but misses.
We have that weird link thing still. Does that not help it? Does that not help in any way, shape, or form? Is it just a one-way
Oh.
thing?
Hold on, let me double check. I don't know if it gives me anything.
Which one was it?
The,
Warding bond.
Yeah, warding bond.
No, it only works for you.
Oh.
Okay, alrighty.
Well, that's unfortunate in this instance.
Alrighty.
So, Darren, what does it look like if Celtra is struck by this brain damage?
Oh, well, my nose is bleeding because that was 2/3 of my hit points. So I'm not in good shape.
Alrighty. And then it is actually going to teleport away from you. So like it appears, strikes down at you twice, and then it just kind of seems to evaporate again into nothing. Actually, you will be able to see it a little bit, so I'm going to move it. Celtra, if you look around your next turn, you'll be able to see it slightly. I think Lorel might be able to. And maybe Razmi. We'll see. But after that... Oh, the other one's going to go. I'm going to use up his ability. Miss Lorel, that guy is going to appear. One's going to appear in front of you. And then swing down. This is the one that was closer to the river. That everybody kind of noticed.
Mm-hmm.
That is so bad. 17 to hit?
Nope.
Great. Ooh, and then natural 1.
Okay.
So this one appears in front of you and then just goes, "Oh, it's a paladin!" And then tries to run away. Because I don't really know what else to do with that terrible roll.
Is it? You said it's running?
Yeah, it's going to run away, so go ahead and take an attack of opportunity.
Okay, alrighty. And don't forget I have Sentinel. So,
Oh,
if I hit him, his speed becomes 0 for the rest of the turn.
Alright, I won't drop his token until you tell me.
Alright, no problem. Let's see. 23?
I'll put him back. Alright, go ahead and roll your damage.
Alrighty. Okay. Oops. Gosh darn it. Okay, there we go. 15. That is 8, 13. So it's 14 slashing damage and then 1 radiant damage.
Okay, well, you saw before it got pretty hurt by radiant damage, so that's okay.
Mm-hmm. And he sits right there.
Done. He's stuck. He just kind of sits there like a bump on a log. After that, Mavari, it is your turn.
Oh yay, my hands are full and everyone's getting attacked. Not much I can do.
You could spray him with your controlled water. Take that.
I can still see the one by Lorel, right? The one closest to the river?
Yes, that one is stuck there. You saw it appear, take very sad swings at her, and then try to run away, and she hit it, and he got stuck.
Okay, at first level, I'm going to cast just Guiding Bolt onto it.
Alrighty. Oh, no.
19?
Yeah, that is.
Okay, that is 11 points of radiant damage.
Yes, ma'am. Guiding Bolt. Will you tell me what it does again, please?
A flash of light streaks through the creature, and choice with ranged. On the next, the attack roll has advantage, because it has a dim light glittering off the target.
So, does it say anything about the target can't turn invisible?
No.
Oh, okay.
But it does have a mystical dim light glittering on the target until then.
Well, that sucks. So I'm gonna say it can't be invisible.
Yeah, because it can't. It's until the end of my next turn, or.
I feel like somebody's gonna hit it before then, but fair enough. All right, I'm gonna use Razmi to waste a firebolt on it real quick. I'm just kidding. Is there anything else you'd like to do? Move. Cuss.
I know there's now 2 around us. I'm going to. I can't really move too much because I have to focus on the water. You know what? No, she's gonna stay put.
I would say
Uh-huh.
you do not have any kind of line of sight on the second one, so you don't know where it is. You just saw
Okay.
it disappear after attacking Celtra.
Yeah, so I know that it's around. Just don't know
Probably.
where. But that is the end of my turn. I'm not gonna move.
All right. Tyr, you see the one that appeared and attacked Lorel, and then she hit it with some kind of divine radiance, and it seemed hurt and stuck in place. The other one you saw appear and attack Celtra, and then it evaporated again.
I
don't know
will
where it
drop my shape water cantrip.
I think I misheard you.
While she was using the majority of the water, I was just using it to split up and better differentiate it
Okay.
to where it needed to go.
Nah, I misunderstood, I think. Or misheard.
To be fair, they sound exactly the same.
I don't actually have shape control water, so that's why I know I was using shape.
Ah! That definitely narrows it down. Okay. Thank you for the clarification.
But I will drop my shape water and use a firebolt to hit the very close individual and shape it to radiance rather than fire. And do a very bad shot that will probably miss, but what the fuck.
Don't forget you have advantage.
Holy shit! Well, I rolled 20, so we'll go with that. I'll roll
A natural
advantage
20?
anyway.
Did you roll a natural 20 or just a flat 20?
No, dirty 20.
Oh.
What? Oh, okay.
Dirty 20 it is.
Alright. How much damage?
That is the question, isn't it?
Usually that's what follows up with a hit.
A total of a whole 9.
Oh, that's okay. You hit it with this 9 points of damage and you see it scream out in pain. But it's not an unusual scream you would hear from any kind of creature or living being. It's more like just this loud gust of wind that's kind of shrill, like when you hear wind between two close together rocks. Like it's kind of relatable to that.
Cool. It's not a human.
Oh,
Feel much
yeah,
better about it.
Definitely not a
I'm
human.
Done.
All right. Next is Lorel. Hey, Brittany, let me
Yes,
talk
muted.
to you for a second.
Yes.
So, I think we're friends, and I would like to do some of the cool things with this creature before he dies. So if you could just like not smite and kill him right now, that'd be pretty cool.
But I want to. I really, really, really want to.
That's
Talk
a lot of
about-
reallys.
Becca has spoken. I can't.
I didn't hear Becca say shit.
I can't go against her wishes.
Okay.
And then. Okay, cool. Let's do this. 16?
Will hit.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, these were not really armored guys.
Alright, 23.
That will hit also.
Okay, so then it's going to be 8. Oops.
I think something else I want to point out is a lot of the people you've ran into in this world and seen, and just on average, even in any other world, most of them don't actually carry magical weapons. So creatures like these would almost have like a free reign of slaughtering them because they just can't even be harmed.
For the first hit, that's 8 slashing damage, 4 radiant damage, and then the second hit that I'm going to put a smite on, just a first level smite. It is going to be 9 slashing damage and 20 radiant damage.
Oh shit. Yeah, okay. You see his form kind of just breaking apart. He's still there for now, but he looks very, very damaged by that. And you hear this kind of wailing sound all around you now.
That'll be in my turn.
Razmi, on her turn, is going to just kind of like step up a little bit and say, Lorel, you do a lot of damage to them. You should do it more. And she's going to cast haste on you.
Nice.
Oh,
Thank you,
so-
thank you.
Yeah, that'll come in handy for her later.
Vibree.
Blautz, you are hasted. You are inside this only
Am I,
structure.
though?
Yes, you are. You are inside the only structure that seems to be still together. No blood in there. No bodies. Just a statue.
Do I find anything neat in this? In that case, I'm going to roll a investigation check.
Oh, all right. Go ahead.
And then I will also have Gignol join me by jumping through the window as well.
Can he assist you?
I think I could command him to also investigate. So
All
we
right,
both roll separate.
Oh, well, actually, it takes your bonus action to...
Oh, I was going to use my
him.
action.
Oh, okay, yeah. If you want to do that.
I'll use my hasted action as well. I'm kidding.
I don't even know if you can.
I don't think you can, no. I'm just making a funny joke.
Oh, okay.
Let me just double check. Again, yells. Alright, so... Blautz got a 7. And Gignol got a 6. So they are fumbling around like morons.
I mean, you see, like, the scatterings of gold, a few gems here and there, but you don't find anything that's like, ooh, piece of candy, ooh, piece of candy, ooh, piece of candy.
So I don't find any candy, damn.
Sorry. No. But I will say, as you're investigating and looking around, you see that the statue that had the branch with the leaves on it, the leaves are no longer there, and you can see like bloody tears coming from the eyes of this statue now.
Not the first time.
Fair enough.
Alright, I guess he will begin to encroach, move around the room carefully, slowly, avoiding the brazier directly in the center, and he will kind of approach the statue with Gignol, but that'll be his turn. He'll hold it there.
Alrighty. If you roll just a hair better, I'd tell you exactly who it is. I mean, Dylan knows who it is, but Blautz, not too great.
Blautz is dumb.
Yeah. No offense.
I don't think he can take offense.
I mean, they're not that tall. Celtra, it is your turn. You have been mentally struck by lightning. I don't know. You know what's up. What do you want to do?
Okay. I'm gonna... Did I see where the one that hit me kind of sauntered off to?
He didn't saunter. He teleported. He like evaporated and then appeared somewhere else. So what's your passive perception?
My passive perception is 15.
Okay, so yeah, I'm going to say you can see just a hair bit of him sticking out. Like there's smoke everywhere, but you can tell that right here, kind of south of you by about 25 feet on the backside of one of the buildings, you can see what looks like the larger shape of smoke that it doesn't really match the rest of the smoke in the area. So that's probably it.
I'm going to take a couple steps back so I have a cleaner shot.
And as you do that, you do see it, yes.
I'm going to use my bonus action. This might be a bad idea, but it'll probably be helpful in the long run. To cast Branding Smite.
Okay. And what brand are you putting on this? Adidas? Nike?
Pepsi.
Oof. Ew.
And then I'm going to shoot it.
Alrighty. I'm going to give it +2 AC for partial cover because half of it is still covered up, even though it's very large. Well, not very large, but just bulky.
There's a 16 hit.
Damn it. Yes.
Alright. That's going to be 9 piercing damage and then 14 radiant damage.
Oh, shit me.
And as a branded creature, becomes visible if it is invisible, and the target sheds dim light in a 5-foot radius and can't become invisible until the spell ends.
Bitch.
Concentration up to 1 minute. So I have to concentrate on it.
Yeah. Woo!
Yay!
So I moved 10 feet back. And you said the one in front of Lorel is looking pretty rough?
It's a large pile of smoke and mist that is black and thick, so it's really hard to see how it's doing, but its form does seem to be kind of breaking apart. Like it's not a complete bulk of smoke anymore.
Alright. To kind of... its turn's next. What else can I do?
Used an action and bonus action and movement. I don't think you got anything else left, bud.
I can attack one more time and then move a little bit. That's about
Then
it.
shoot it.
I was debating shooting the one I shot or killing this one so that they can help me, but its turn is after mine and it's just going to punch me again. I'm going to shoot it again.
May I say something? I, personally, think you should let other people know where it is.
I mean, fair.
Just-
Let's see.
Just
I
a
will
meetup.
shoot it again and then tell them where it is.
Okay.
Wait, you're not 20. Oh, dang, it wasn't. 26?
That'll hit.
Alright.
What do you say to them?
Hey, we got another one, and it hurt me quite a bit. And it's over here. It's glowing.
I was waiting for you to just not even say where it was. I was like, gosh, dude.
Dang. 13 piercing damage and 3 radiant damage.
Hey, that's
Branding
not
smite only
nothing.
triggers once.
That still hurt a lot.
I used my bonus action. And I will. Sorry, Tyr. I'm gonna go ahead.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna move over here where it's harder to hit me. I'm gonna move between Tyr and Mavar.
Oh, shit. He's so brave.
Thanks, I'll take it.
I guarantee you I'm not tanking anything, so
Same.
I have 21 out of 66 hit points.
Okay, so if you have nothing left, I need to make sure you said they are shedding dim light, correctly?
Correct, and they can't benefit from being invisible.
Okay. Luckily, they only need dim light to do what they can do. But they can only do the awesome shit if they're invisible. So that's a bitch. So that guy, I guess it's just gonna go after you again, because nobody else has done anything and doesn't know anything about Blautz. All right. So the original one is going to kind of appear behind Tyr and Celtra, and it's going to look at Tyr and just kind of ignore him and go after Celtra. Celtra does a flat 20 hit,
Shield. No, my
Yeah.
AC is 24.
and then a 19 to follow. So neither of those are going to hit. But it can't do the poofing away anymore. So even though it sheds dim light, it's going to try to flee back into the darkness. It's going to go around the side of the building because it can't go through it anymore, and then run into the shadows, kind of hiding behind the building, away from you guys, but coming in line of sight of LFD and Razmi. Celtra and Tyr, Celtra, if you want to like swing with your bow, like kind of just out
I don't know
like a
if you could
staff,
do
I give you a D6. Who gets your
that.
shit? Tyr, do you have a melee weapon?
I do, actually. Believe it or not.
I don't.
Well, my DM is a bitch and won't give me a fucking staff. So
I gave
the
you a
only thing
staff.
I've got is a fucking sword and a book.
You have a very powerful sword. Just for
Yes,
the
I
record.
do.
How you gonna sit there and talk shit while you got one of the best items out there right now?
Yeah, well, it's because it only fits me in this party as far as alignment goes, and has nothing to do with Wizard in any way.
Pretty wizard. Let's see.
So, let's see if I can swing a sword.
All right, Celtra, swing your bow at it. See what happens.
I think it's only a plus 10. Plus 2 or plus 9?
What's your proficiency and what's your dex?
8 plus... so 8. Okay, it's plus 8. Oh yeah, it's a magic weapon, that's why. So plus 10. 15.
Yeah, that hits. So go ahead.
Oh,
and just roll
really?
it. Yeah, roll a d6. And
Damn.
Am I adding my dex to this?
Sure.
Okay. He takes 8 damage.
Hey, James, how did you do? Or Tyr?
I got an 11, so I probably missed.
That sucks. You only get the magic bonus.
But I mean,
That's where it was.
This is pretty classical, though. I mean, you got a wizard sitting here with one of the most powerful swords in the world, and he's like, ah, damn it.
What's bad? I often have longsword as it, but here lately I've been using that skill for something else. So I don't actually have proficiency right now.
I mean, being able to being able to switch proficiencies is pretty awesome. So it's all right. Okay, so it's going to take a bit of a damage as it flees, but the other one is going to look at Lorel and to be unable to do anything cool because someone lit it up. Oh wait, no, that's right. It's not there anymore. It goes away when somebody uses the advantage, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So, Lorel, it's going to use its bonus action to go on the other side of the tree and swing at you. For no reason other than so I can do this. But as it reappears over there, it is going to swing down at you twice, getting a bonus to its damage on that first swing because it did its sweet ability. That is a 25 to hit.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, that is 44 points of psychic damage. However, actually, I need you to... What is your AC?
52 right now.
Oh, okay. So it'd be a 23 with Warding Bond, right?
Yeah. Does the psychic damage count?
Psychic damage, it's you're resistant to all damage.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
And how much of that damage do you take, Celtra?
I take whatever she takes.
Oh.
All of it? I thought it was just half.
You
Well, it's
take
half
half
because it's
damage,
resistant.
and I take whatever that is.
Oh.
Okay, so you take 22 points of psychic damage.
And I'm
both of yous.
unconscious. I had 21 hit points.
The one black mist that fled and went behind the building to hide after getting hit with the bow, you hear this, yes! Fuck you. I'm just kidding. Because it can't talk.
Can I use my reaction on this turn to parry? When another creature damages me... Oh, wait, was it a melee attack? He uses claw, or was it like some sort of like special ability?
It's a melee.
Okay, cool. Yeah, with a melee attack, I can use my reaction to expend one superiority dice to reduce the damage by a number I roll. So, I don't know if that's going to do anything for Celtra, though.
I mean, if you reduce the damage by literally anything, I'm not unconscious.
Okay, alright.
Yeah, okay. Go ahead and parry.
Okay, cool.
Anything
It's
other
gonna-
than
it's-
one.
It's just going to be reduced by a D. I know, right? I would be so angry. It's just going to be reduced by a D8. So,
That's still good, though.
it's reduced by 3.
Okay, so Celtra, you take 19 psychic damage. Lorel, you take 19 psychic damage.
I'm up with 2.
Yeah.
All
My
right.
eyes are gonna start bleeding a little bit. Like, I'm doing all right. This is fine.
Oh no.
I would say this is probably a little strange because there's no physical damage done to anybody. There's just like Celtra, eyes are bleeding, blood coming out of his
It's
ears.
coming out of the blood.
Yeah. But blood coming out of his ears, I mean, his nose, maybe his mouth a little bit, but there's no physical damage. Like, that would just be scary to see. That's some nightmare shit. Did it swing twice or just once at you?
Just once. He still owes me another attack.
Well, let's do it again. Haha! Enjoy this. Ooh, 24.
Shit.
His second attack always misses, so I just assumed. 13 points of psychic damage.
Was that reduced or no?
Is Warding Bond for...
All attacks.
Oh. It is reduced, so you take 6 points of psychic damage. Celtra, you take 6 points of psychic damage.
Now I'm unconscious.
Boo. Okay.
But we learned something today, and that's the real win.
Yes, we learned never use that spell.
So Tears casting it next, right?
Not a chance.
But you have so many hit points, it's fine.
If I didn't get hit on my own, then I'd be fine.
Yeah, you've used it before, and it was a pain in the ass. I remember. It was a while back, though. I think it was that mountain town. Halamus. Underground. Alright. After that, it is... I think Mavari... Me and Roll20 aren't getting along. Yeah. Mavari, it is your turn. You saw this thing appear and attack Lorel, and then Celtra behind you fell down. It's a weird world we live in.
Yeah, everyone is hurt. How is Lorel looking? Does she look pretty beat up, or is she fine?
Physically, she's fine.
Physically I look fine. Mentally I look a little out of it, but I'm okay.
Okay, perfect.
Celtra is face down in the mud.
Yeah, I will use all of my focus on him then. Mavari is going to cast Cure Wounds on Celtra because he is right there in front of her.
So with Mavari being from kind of a
That's another reason I moved there.
special place, has Mavari seen damage like this before?
From like shadow creatures?
You don't know that, but yes.
They look like shadow creatures. So, maybe? Should I make a medicine check before I run?
No. This is just a flavor question.
Probably. She came from a world with a lot of spooky things.
Yeah, this is just a normal Tuesday.
19 points of healing.
Holy shit.
I did it at 4th level.
It's a hell of a heal. Hell of a heal.
Yeah. So you're back up, no longer face down in the mud in the water.
I'm still face down, but I'm back up.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, warding bond is gone though.
Try not to drown in there. The
I'll
water is
try.
still flowing.
Is it concentration or is it duration?
It's until I get knocked out.
Oh. Well, mission successful.
It's an hour or until I get knocked out.
That is a cool spell. Is there anything else you would like to do, Mavari? Run away? Bonus action?
Nope, I'm gonna stay right here because I'm still trying to put out fires. Literally and figuratively.
Yeah, this water's just kind of lingering in the air as you're controlling it. Tyr, it is your turn. I mean, you know what's going on.
Yep, that would be another bolt on an asshole.
He's actually quite delightful once you get to know him.
Wording.
13.
Hold on. That will miss.
Shit.
I know. That's the first miss this whole fucking combat. Well, by you guys.
Leave it to me to do it. Continue on.
Oh, okay. Oof. I don't wanna. Let's hang around with Tyr for a second. You don't want a bonus action, move,
Yeah.
pee on the fire. Nothing?
Yeah.
Alright.
I won't even attack
Lorel,
me again so I can uselessly swing a sword at him.
Lorel, you're hasted. There's a demon in front of you. You got hurt, but you saw Celtra go down behind you. Probably just because you have a like fucking radar for him.
And let me do what I do best. Kill.
Knit a sweater. We went different directions there, my bad.
It's really funny. Lorel doesn't have like a ton of skills outside of combat, like just to survive. I think it's just really funny that she can't really do much of anything. She can't.
You
like...
got a lifetime to learn.
Exactly. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see how everything turns out by the end of this.
That's true.
Let's say. Cool. Let's see. 18.
18 will hit. Wait.
Another 18.
Another 18 will hit.
Okay. Hey.
Are you doing any kind of smites?
See, I'm so worried about using all of my spell slots because I don't have many of them.
No, you don't have to. I'm just asking.
No, not this go around.
Okay. Then go ahead and keep going. He's not doing great, but he could probably survive regular hits.
Okay. Well, don't say it like that.
Sorry.
22.
That will hit, yes, ma'am.
And then it's a full action, right?
It's just a one melee
Extra
attack. Or one
okay,
attack.
I always get confused. Okay. That's action surge. That's what that is. Okay, let's do this thing. So then that is.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so for the first swing, that is going to be really. That's going to be 7 slashing damage and 1 radiant damage.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be 12 slashing damage and 4 radiant damage.
Mm-hmm. So far, it's still alive.
And that'll be that'll be 12 slashing damage and 3 radiant damage. And then nah, I'm good.
That's it.
Yeah, I was staring at a bonus action, but nah, not right now.
All right, that one is still alive in front of you, kicking and semi-screaming. Is there anything else you would like to do?
I just noticed something that I have, and I feel quite foolish. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there. No, I'm good. we can move on.
Okie dokie. Let's see here. Next, we have... Oh, Razmi. Well, there's a demon in front of her. She's just gonna firebolt at it. I don't really have anything witty to say, though, so that's it. Boop. Oh, shit. Alright, so she does 6 points of damage to it. And you see it evaporate with this like shrill kind of steam sound comes out of it as it seems to evaporate into the air and into nothingness. As Lorel knocked it down to 1 fucking hit point.
Good.
She just kind of looks over at Lorel, holds up a thumbs up.
I give her a thumbs up too.
Like that awkward smile that people get sometimes. And then she like points to her right, to a building behind the rest of you guys, around this corner towards LFD. And she goes, "There's another one. Help." And actually, you know what? She's going to back around the corner of this building. She's going to back around the corner to lose sight of it. Just kind of hiding from it. Blautz, it is your turn. You are hastily running around this building.
Oh boy, I sure am.
Yes.
Well, I think time to roll more investigation.
Alright. You can do it, but it will be a higher DC the more you keep looking.
He's convinced there's something in here.
As you should be.
Because he's also kind of dumb.
Building.
I meant more on the, there's braziers in here, and everyone told him that it was over here, so he's just assuming that there's something important. So I'll use my action to investigate. That's a 19.
A 19.
And for Danielle, a 7.
Oof.
He found the treats.
Unfortunately, you find the same thing. You can say this place was given a pretty good once over, but it doesn't look like the average once over that you have seen in other towns. Like in other towns, you've seen it taken for everything it has. There wouldn't be any coins left over at all on the floor. No gems left over at all on the floor. So this was most likely not demons. This was probably just people being assholes.
Fair. Is it some kind of, like, temple? Like, place of worship?
You can surmise that it is a place of worship. There is the altar. There is a statue of a person that seems of importance. And the brazier looks gold inlaid. And there are columns, and just it kind of has a temple vibe to it. Yeah. See little seats.
So it reminds him of the decrepit churches he used to come across in his patrols.
Sure. I wasn't there, so I'm not really sure, but yeah.
Okay. He's just squinting, looking around, staring at the statue a little bit.
Yeah, so I'm doing this kind of 6-second intervals, but if you stood there and looked at it, you would see it changing. But as you're kind of looking around and looking back at the statue, it seems to be in different positions, or not really positions, but different styles about it. Like the first time it was just a stern face. Now you can see these like blood tears are coming out of it. And then you actually see now, as you're looking at it, there's like a hole where its heart should be that it seems to be caving in as you're looking at this statue. Like it's just caving in on itself where the heart should be on this statue as these kind of blood tears come down.
Alright, let's see if he's dumb enough. I'm gonna roll something just to see if he's stupid enough to do it. Yep, he's stupid enough to do it.
Please don't pee on the statue.
No, he's going to approach the statue.
Alright, let's talk about action economy before we go anywhere else.
He has his hasted action, which does allow him to use an object action.
All right, what are you about to do?
I would like him to reach out with his hand that's on his shield, or under his shield, and touch the statue.
Okay. You can feel it's warm, but the longer your hand is there, it seems to be growing colder. Like it goes from like a warm, vibrant in the sun statue to suddenly being like a cold marble that's inside of a dark and decrepit temple, like it is.
Odd.
Yes.
Alright, that'll be turn.
Alrighty. Let's see here. After that, Celtra, we are back at the top. You're back. You're still in the dirt a little bit, but you're alright.
Where am I? What's going on? I'll stand up.
Obviously, you're surrounded by helpful people who want to tell you what's up.
Steven, still, nothing's changed. Are you okay?
I mean, my face was in the dirt.
Yes, I could see that, but you're okay.
I got a headache. I'll walk to the left.
Don't forget about the half movement thing.
Okay, thank you, Mavari.
It's 15.
No, you're good where you're at. Just if you go any
Okay,
further.
no, I just wanted to make sure.
Okay.
And then I'ma shoot him. Does a 14 hit?
It does.
Does a 31 hit?
A 31? Hell no, it's too damn high.
Kill him.
It's 20 damage.
Hold on. Let me get my
Do I have to
calculator
separate
back
it
up.
by piercing or anything?
Yes. Hold on. Okay, if you would please separate the radiant from everything.
The radiant is 9. So it's 11 piercing, 9 radiant.
Okay. You hear it scream out in this like shrill wail of a wind. Oh.
And then that's 9 piercing and 4 radiant damage for the second hit.
9 piercing, 4 radiant.
Alright, I'm gonna have LFD saunter on over to me, and then I will use my bonus action to second wind.
Nice.
Alright.
Very good.
Since I can't leave for 9 HP.
Nice. Okie dokie. So after that stunningly great turn, it's his turn. You know, nobody's even in line of sight anymore of him. So he sees nobody except for Celtra. This son of a bitch, this little gray dude, annoying the shit out of him, hurting him.
My fuck.
Won't fucking die. So he's going to kind of like disappear and then reappear right in front of you. Tyr can see this. Mavari can see Celtra as it happens, but not really him. And then Lorel can just barely see the creature as it is going to swing down at Celtra twice with this really high roll. Of 19.
Shield.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough. Second
Eat my
swing, though, is another natural one. These
Excellent.
guys aren't great. Full of sadness, he walks away. Because there's nothing left.
Good. You can do that. I used my reaction, so. But you know who didn't? LFD.
If LFD kills this thing, I'm going to be pretty mad.
I will laugh. What you got? What you got, boy? It's a +8 to hit. Let's see. He's never hit
It's actually a pretty good hit.
It is. It's just he's never actually successfully hit anything. 16.
You do it.
16 will hit.
Yay!
I think
Does
this
he have
is the
Sentinel?
second time. No, he does not. I don't want him to have Sentinel either. That's bad for me. I have a bow. If he has Sentinel, then it just won't move and I can't hit it.
Yes.
1d8 +4.
These guys actually have a really shitty to hit.
7 force damage.
Oh. Okay. I see you, little man.
He just blasts him with his giant eyeball.
You hear a gust of wind as it runs away. You hear this, You think it cussed out, but who the fuck really knows? Is there anything else you would like to do?
That is literally everything I can do.
That wasn't even your turn, my bad. Okay, so that was the end of his turn. The other one is dead. Mavari, you saw Celtra get swung at, and then you saw it kind of turn and run. You can't see it really, but I mean, Razmi called out where it was. You saw it swing at Celtra, so you have a good idea.
Alright, so I'm gonna move around the house, keeping focus on controlling the water. Can I see it now?
Yes, ma'am. You have perfect view of it.
Perfect. I'm going to cast another guiding bolt onto it.
Level 5?
Let's do another first level.
Oh,
I'm not made of
alright.
spell slots. Who knows what else is about to happen? 16.
A 16 will hit.
Perfect. That is this much. 19 points of radiant damage.
Ow. Wait,
Mhm.
hold on. Basic math eludes me.
Yeah, same.
Oh, shit. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
God dang it. Mavari, how would you like this to look as he is demolished by your stupid spell?
God damn it, not another guiding bolt killing a fleeing creature.
That is Mavari's specialty. You flee, you die.
Sniping things in the back. With one hand, she's trying to control the controlling water, and she like looks out and points out her other hand, and the light blue bolt like shoots out and like smacks the thing in the back, and like it erupts in like radiant smoke, like fire burning against it.
Oof. Yeah, the smoke dissipates and you see nothing there.
Yeah.
You hear the crackling of fire, the water rushing through the air.
Yeah, now she completely turns her focus back to putting out fires with the river.
Alright, Tyr, it is your turn. There are no more threats that you can perceive.
Do my best on keeping an eye on the situation and go back to shaping water so that I can assist her in putting out the fires more effectively.
Oh, Kadoge? Lorel. I don't know how you feel, but you don't see anything dangerous.
See anything dangerous? Going to go over closer to the party. Like right behind, yeah. Right behind Tyr and Mavari, and then I'm gonna call out to Razmi. Razmi, don't stand alone. Where is Blautz? Nobody knows.
I saw him follow y'all off in the other direction when I came this way.
I told him
But
we
I
were
don't
coming
know
back
where
this
else.
way. I told we were. Damn it. Okay.
I'm gonna
And
insert the sound of crickets there.
I will be. I guess I'll just be vigilant. I'm not leaving.
Alrighty.
I got nothing.
Razmi is going to move up to the building, and then as she comes around the corner, she just kind of like stares at the fire and just starts slowly walking towards you guys as she doesn't break eye contact with the fire, and then just kind of like in a robotic way just says, I think he went towards the building with the torches. And she just is staring off into the fire.
Okay,
But-
did you lay down?
I'm sorry, what?
So ask her, Razmi, is she okay? Does she need to lay down?
She just says, no, I'm good.
Alright.
Blautz.
Oh boy.
Yes.
Alright, well, the statue's being a weird statue. Not the first time. The last time he touched one, it tried to eat him. He's gonna turn around.
Every now and then.
He gets a little bit lonely, and they're never coming around. Anyways, he's gonna go up some of the the pillars, go past the brazier, and head to the opposite side of this large temple. Does anything trigger in that distance?
No. But now you are right in front of the statue.
Wait, this is the statue?
Yes.
I thought that was the statue. That looks like a statue down there.
It is a statue, but it's kind of a miniature one.
Oh, so there's two different statues.
There are two different statues, yes. Sorry. There's one on the south side of the building, one on the north side of the building.
Well, he's now on the north side of the building.
Yes. This one behind the sacrificial altar. Oh, altar.
He assumes all altars are sacrificial.
That's fair. This one is between two hanging lanterns or braziers, and it is lit on both sides. It is smiling, and it has nothing in its hands, but it is obviously the same person, same tunic.
Let's see. Maybe he'll make a history check to finally see if he recognizes this person.
Do it.
13. Does he recognize this person?
What do you think, Becca? Was he involved in the conversation? Should he know who she is?
He was there.
That's fair.
Looked at her.
That doesn't mean he's smart enough to recall it.
Yeah. All right. So you know it is Artemis, the person that Mavari convinced to go to a different plane to essentially die.
Well, he doesn't know that last part.
That's fair.
Oh, is that the bit?
Yes, this is the person who turned into a giant lioness and essentially kidnapped Delphi. I don't know if she ever told you or if you ever found out what really happened, so I don't know. I don't remember.
Does the quote-unquote sacrificial altar, because all religions are cults in his eyes, does it have anything on it?
You see bloodstains that look old. They don't look like bloodstains that were just, something was killed there, left to bleed out, and then, it was left there. It kind of looks like bloodstains that people have tried to clean up, but just over time, it happens, and there's just some stains you just can't get out. But other than that, there's no skin, there's no fur, there's no hair, there's no signs of anything being sacrificed anytime recently.
Damn, that's crazy.
Indeed.
Well, other than this building being the only one that's not ablaze and, slowly crumpling, this building fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Guess just he'll take the dodge action with Genielle and just wait there. That'll be turn.
Alrighty. Celtra, we are back up to your turn. You are in between a group of buildings. There's fires in front of you towards Sparta to the south. And then, well, everybody's kind of to your left.
Kind of don't want to keep going out in the open. Probably. I also don't want to get caught with my pants down. I am going to pull out the bow and wait. Let other people advance a skosh. And if anything happens, I will fire.
Alrighty. So you just readily look around, waiting for shit to hit the fan, as it always does. Mavari, what do you want to do? You're controlling this raging river into the center of this village area. But you do know that one of those buildings in front of you is where you heard the light sobbing noise.
Okay, so which one exactly?
Which building exactly? I don't think you knew which building it was. You just knew it was to your south.
Okay, yeah, she's slowly directing the water to help put out these fires. She's going to direct the party and let them know that she heard a soft whimpering noise coming from one of these buildings. She doesn't know which one, but it's over here somewhere.
Here, go check it out.
Yeah.
I'm a little busy.
I'm a little squishy, so I'm not opening a door.
I'm a wizard. I'm not doing it either.
That's what Lorel's for.
All right.
Correct. And Blautz. Where the fuck is he?
Good news. Tears, your turn.
I am, as I said, continuing to assist her in putting out these flames.
Alrighty. Lorel, it is your turn. You saw Celtra get ready with his bow and just kind of stand there. You see Mavari, or you heard her tell everybody that, there was somebody whimpering in the buildings in front of you and just controlling the water, and then Tyr helping guide the water into different areas.
So I've been given some direction. There might be someone in one of the buildings. All right, very well. And you said Mavari wasn't sure exactly which one.
No, she doesn't know.
So, but did you like point to like a specific direction that I could start checking, or I just need to start busting through houses?
If it's probably somewhere right in front of us.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not sure which house it is. I just heard the noise.
Okay, cool. Then I step forward and say, all right, I'm going to start checking houses, and then I'm going to find an entry point in this, I guess, like the one that's closest to us, to the left-hand side. Are there any?
Yeah, so you can see a door on the north side of that building that you can open, and then the one that was directly in front of the party, there was a building on the, I believe we settled on west side of the building. And then the building below that, there is a door on the east side.
Okay.
I don't know what you guys can see on Roll20, so.
Okay, if that's the case, then I'm going to check the closest building on the left-hand side.
Yeah, that one right there has a good chunk of fire close to it, and there's some right by the door, so you kind of shield yourself from the fire as you open the door. The doors here are basically just shitty planks of wood on hinges. Inside there, you can see a one-person bed, red blanket over it, nothing else. A little feather mattress. It's not even really a mattress. It's mostly just cotton around feathers. And then there's a small urn for maybe personal belongings. But other than that, nothing in the room.
Nothing in the room. I am going to shout out, hello, is anyone in here?
You hear the crackling of fire.
Okay, alrighty. Then, I want to check under the bed real quick. Or is it you said it was on the floor?
It's on the floor.
Okay. So then there's nothing in here. Okay, cool. Then I'm going to leave, and I think that's all my movement. So I can't really do anything.
You have an action.
I do have an action, but I guess I use my full movement to get to the other one.
If you want.
Okay, cool.
All right, so you go into the building directly, or go to the building directly south. All right, so you open this one, and you don't step in. You just kind of look inside, and you can see the same thing caught on the floor. A piece of cloth with feathers stuffed inside as the mattress. One solid red blanket. The maybe only difference here is that this one has a small shelf to the right and side, but you don't see anything of significance on the shelf. It looks pretty bare, like just kind of poking your head inside.
All right. So a small. I guess it'd be easier if I just like stepped inside. The bed's on the floor. The dresser thing. Is it like a traditional dresser thing, or?
No, it's just a small shelf, like a bookshelf next to a TV or something. Just a few feet off the ground.
Okay. I wasn't entirely sure. So nobody could really be behind it or anything like that.
No,
I can check. Is there a kitty behind there? I'll rescue a kitty.
All cats are dead.
Oh, okay.
I'm just kidding. Well,
I love. Okay. Well, if no one's in here, then I'll step out and say that these two buildings are clear, and I'm going to check the other ones on my next turn.
Alrighty. Razmi is just going to stare at the fire for her turn, and that is it. Blautz, what do you want to do?
Well, I've thoroughly investigated. What?
Exactly.
I've thoroughly investigated this area, so I think it is time for him to escapade this building.
All right. As you go at the front, you can see it is elevated a little bit. It seems almost natural, but also like it was dug out at the same time. You can see there are beautiful flowers outside. The trees are blooming and healthy. There's a much larger statue, about 20 feet tall, about 7 feet wide, at the very end of this slope that this hill is built on. And it looks pretty and a little serene, and then right after that there's fire and broken buildings and death.
Keeping his sword up Ganyel will take the dodge action because I'm not going to command him this turn. Could I use my bonus action for a perception check to see if I hear or see anything other than this big old statue?
Yeah.
All right. He being cautious, but perceptions he's actually good at. Unless he rolls low, but that 13.
13. You don't hear anything or see anything. You just see the crackling of fire off in the distance. You can kind of hear them talking a little bit, but you can't really make out what they're saying. You just can kind of see them between the buildings on the other side of fire from this point of view. Because you're on this hill overlooking everything.
Alright. He'll just take a couple steps forward. He'll just exit the statue a little bit and take the done.
Alright. Right off, you can see it's the same woman. But this time you do see she has a bow at her side that she is holding. She has no arrow in her hand, though. And you can see kind of moss growing on this statue. But it's not algae, it's moss. So there are blooming flowers on it.
Man, these bitches love it.
Yes.
And that will be turn.
How out are fires?
Not very. So I did say this last time we were playing, and I probably should have said it again, but they are not normal fires, they are magical fires, so it will take a little bit more effort to put them out. It's not impossible, but it will take a little bit. Like, you'll have to pee on it for a good 10 minutes, so drink it up.
Celtra will go ahead and move.
No.
Let's see. Ahead, right next to Lorel, and if they are magical fires...
Yeah, you can feel the heat as you're standing. It looks to be within a foot of it. You can feel a good bit of heat coming from it.
Celtra will cast Dispel Magic on them.
Ooh.
Will I have to roll?
I would prefer you wait for me to look it up before you ask questions I'm supposed to know. If it's below what level, you don't have to roll? I don't remember.
If it's 3 or below, I don't have to roll.
You don't have to roll.
Okay.
So you cast Dispel Magic and the fire goes out. However, it's part of the map, so it's going to stay there.
Fair, I just wanted to double check so if I walked through it, I wouldn't get set on fire.
Wait, hold on. What's the space of Dispel? Like, is it an area or...
Choose any creature, object, or magical effect. It doesn't say it says within range, which is 120 feet.
Yes.
Yeah, there's no like square or anything. It's just a magical effect. I can choose it as long as it's within range. I can do it. That's what I was wondering too. Because like, is it only like a square of fire, or would it be the fire?
What level spell is it?
It's a 3rd level spell.
Okay, so I'm not going to gyp you too much, but I'm not going to make you all powerful. So I'm going to say like this 15 feet of fire in the outline there, that's going to be no longer there. You managed to put out 15 square feet, 15 square feet of fire.
I will.
So it gets a little darker there.
I'll take a little bit of a step forward. I don't like how dark it gets. Step over here instead. There we go.
Yeah, you basically turn the lights out in that area.
Alright, and then because that was my action. He was and then as a bonus action, I will have LFD peep boop walk over next to me.
Alrighty.
And I think that's it.
Okie dokie. So you walk in between these two buildings. You can see a door to your right by about 10 feet. And then the building that's in front of you, that you're adjacent to, you do not see a door. It is on the other side of the building. But that's okay. Mavari, you're redirecting all this water. You saw Celtra dispel magic and put out some of the flame. What's up?
Okay, so he put out that little square, correct? Just
Yes,
to
ma'am.
verify. Okay, perfect. I'm going to move forward. Keep directing. I know that it seems to be magical, but this house has been opened. The door's open.
Yeah, you saw Lorel go in that house. That was to your right.
Mavari does. Becca doesn't remember which houses were hit. So.
Oh, okay. Do you want to go back and I can tell you?
So I'm guessing it's the ones with the open doors. So.
Yeah. Somebody's pinging. I don't know who it is. But...
Yeah, I'm gonna move around, directing more fire. I don't have Dispel Magic. So, knowing that that worked, hopefully the wizard catches on.
Celtra can only do it once, so...
I mean, you're putting it out. It's just going to take a little longer than just simply stabbing your fingers and it's gone.
Okay.
So it depends on what spell slots y'all want to use.
Yeah, I'm going to move over here to this door while it's still directing, and I'm going to open it and look inside. Do I see anything inside this house?
You see a bit of blood in there and a lopped off hand that has a sword in it, and you see 2 lit torches, but all you see is the cot on the floor, red blanket, nothing else.
Okay. Auto movement, so, but I don't have any more actions. So, yeah, I'm gonna move a little more this way. Oh gosh, wrong control. That was pan. I'm gonna move just a little more this way and then go back and start directing towards this bigger section of the fire.
Okie dokie. Fire brigade is on the way.
Yeah. That's the end of my turn.
Alright, Tyr, what do you want to do?
I'm gonna move relatively close to her, but though enough to where I can still see everybody else, and continue helping her with the flyer. Yes, I could dispel it, but there's so much of it here, I don't want to blow all my 3rd level spell slots. So cantrips work better if longer.
I mean, that's fair. That's just a thing I can do, so...
And that's it for me.
Alrighty. So Tyr says all these confusing things to Mavari. No, I'm playing. Spell slots at 3rd levels and... What the fuck? Alright, Lorel. A hunting we shall go?
I go up to the house that's directly in front of me, go around to the door, and see if I can open it.
Yes, you can. It is not locked or anything.
A person!
Sorry about that. So yes, as you open this door, you see a torch is lit on the right wall. There is a cask or a large barrel in there. It looks like there's water inside of it. And you see a man kind of sitting with his knees up on this cot with the red blanket that you've seen in other places. However, he's not alone. On either side of him, he has kind of cuddled against him a woman and a small child, a boy. And then on the floor in front of them, you see what you've seen before, one of these treasure demons with a spear through its head. And the spear, the handle of it goes towards the man. And then you kind of look up from the demon and look up at the man again. And you can see he's wearing a red tunic. And it looks like he has metal or brass armor on his shins and his arms. He doesn't have a helmet on, though. And you can see that there's a lot of blood staining him. Like, he looks like he's wounded, but not fatally wounded. However, the blood doesn't seem to be coming from him. The woman, you can see her face. The eyes are closed. The boy, he's small. He's got brown hair, kind of like a chili bowl cut, and it's tousled a little bit. And you can see that there's blood all over his tunic, his clothes that used to be like a tan color. But he is unmoving, so you might fear the worst. And this man barely even registers your presence. He just looks up, and you can see there's tears in his eyes, and his eyes are red. And he's just looking up at you. And he's just not even trying to hide that he's crying.
Me and my party, we're here to rescue you all. Are they? And I don't even freaking. I walk forward and I feel I try to feel the pulse of both the woman and the child.
As you do that, he instinctively pulls them closer, and you see him tense up a little bit, but he lets you do it, just kind of broken. and he just is crying, and he says, "My name is Alcanus Ganalus. I joined as a citizen to try to become a citizen. I was trying to make a better life for them. I left them here. They are dead because I left."
On, and I'm checking for a pulse. Do I feel anything?
You don't feel anything.
From neither of them.
Neither. They feel cold. You can feel their skin is stiff.
What did you say his name was again?
His name is Alcanus.
Noose, spelling that phonetically, because I
Fair
will
enough.
not stand a chance spelling it probably the proper way. It's all right. I know.
It's only gonna get worse.
Fantastic.
He says, I am a Parisi.
Alchemist, we can't stay here. We have to go. Right now.
No, I don't want to go. I left them once. I'm okay with what comes next. I'm ready.
No, you're not.
He looks...
And then I'm going to grab him and I'm going to hoist him up. And then I say, get your wife.
No,
whoever
he starts
this
like
is.
fighting you and crying and screaming, and he's like, "No, leave me with my family.
I understand.
I want to be with them. We have somewhere to go after this. I want to stay with my family. You don't understand. My wife,
understand
my
the
child.
great deal. I know.
God bless you."
Thank you.
With a
There's a lot of
slap.
smoke in here. There's a lot of smoke in here. I know. It's like, get a hold of yourself.
No, leave me with them. He kind of looks at your sword. Use it, please. I wish to rest.
There's a bit of Mavari that's starting to channel through me. That's just kind of, I have no time for this right now. And I'm going to
Use it, please.
pick him up
No.
and sling him
Oh.
over my shoulder.
He like starts hitting you, but I mean, doesn't really mean much.
Are we doing a grapple? We can contest this.
Yeah.
I warn you, my athletics is very good. Roll a natural one. I'm like, fuck.
He's crying and weak, but he's gonna try to fight you.
Alright, no problem. 15.
13.
Start dragging him out. Like, stop it.
He's like screaming. You can see blood all over his clothes and tunic and just running down him.
Getting frustrated.
And he's just yelling, "Leave me with my family, please! What is wrong with you?"
I'm trying to help you. There's no way that your family wants you to just die in a fire. Now come here.
I want to be with my family. Leave
Celtra!
me.
Mavari! Dear! I found someone. Not everybody all at once, y'all. That
All
was
right,
fair.
so you drag him out of the building. I don't know how much movement you have left.
That's about it. That's it.
All right, so you get about 10 feet outside the building.
That's as good as we're getting.
All right. After that, when the fire goes out, you see Razmi kind of walk up to you, and she looks at this man and just kind of tilts her head, and then she smiles at you.
Hello. Can you help me, please? His family is still inside. They're no longer with us. Either you can help get them out, or you can go get Celtra or Mavari, or Tyr, and they can help me.
And the whole time the man is screaming, "Leave me with my family!"
We're bringing your family.
Oh shit, that's fucked up. She's smiling still, and she says, "I can help." So she walks past you, and as she does, you feel the man go limp in your arms, and then you see she has her dagger out as she walks behind you and into the building, and she kind of stands there.
Is he dead?
It's
Sir?
not your turn. Blautz,
Sir!
Blautz, it's your turn. What would you like to do? Blautz.
What? Let's see. I mean, he isn't going to run too far, keeping with Danielle. So I think all he's gonna do is continue forward, going a bit southwest,
Yes.
so he could get to about there. Flying over, following him, the two kind of peruse and hasted action. Open this door because he comes across this because of all the funny shadows. It's really hard to notice, but there's a building to the west of him, and he will interact with the door by slowly peeking into it. And
it is completely empty. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
It is a completely empty building. Yeah, you see like remnants on the floor of cloth, and it looks like it used to maybe be a storage house of some kind. But with the fire behind you, giving you a good chunk of light into this building, even if it's just shadows from a bright flame, you just don't see anything. But this seems to be one of the last buildings on the west side of this village area. Like you seem to be on the opposite side of the area. But since you're no longer on the top of the hill, you don't have any kind of sight on your friends anymore.
All right. And following suit, he will just take the dodge action with Geniel, so they both have dodge action. Now it will be turn.
Alrighty. Next, it is Celtra. Celtra, you kind of see Lorel with this guy kicking and screaming on the other side of this building that you're on, but you can't really see too much about what's going on.
Since Lorel found a person in a building, Celtra will check this one.
It seems to be empty. You can see there's the broken up pieces of what used to be maybe furniture of some kind. And you can see it caught on the floor to the right as you open this building. But that's it.
Let's see. That was 10 feet in action. I will advance to this, to down here, past the building. And then I will have LFD go ahead of me and open this door. The bonus action.
Alrighty.
Right. Yeah, the light thingy didn't go off for him, but it's fine.
Alright. So, LFD can't tell you what he sees anyway, so it's kind of just poetic.
Fair. But that's all I got for my turn.
Alright, so LFD goes ahead of you, opens another door, and we'll see what he finds. Next turn. Mavari, what do you want to do? You kind of see in the distance what's happening with the rail, but it's probably a good like 80 feet in front of you, to your left.
Mm-hmm. How bad are the flames right here in front of me between these houses?
They're pretty bad. They're
Not
going
something I could
strong.
pass through?
Ma'am?
Not something I could pass through?
I don't know, you want to find out?
Mm-mm.
What's that saying that's going around right now? Fuck around and find out?
I'm
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend somebody, shit.
No.
Oh.
So, it's too strong to pass through. For this house right here by the fire straight in front of me, is there a window I can look into?
There are no windows on any of these buildings. You've noticed that.
Okay. Okay, so you said Lorel was 80 feet away?
I was giving a rough estimate.
Okay, well, half
She's
that.
40 feet away.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, so Mavari doesn't really want to stop putting out the flames, but she's gonna have to. She called for help, so Mavari is gonna move down to Lorel to see what happened and like focus on directing the fires from the river this way, towards between the houses, setting between the new houses that she's by.
All right.
She can still see part of the bad fire, yeah.
Yeah.
But she sees Lorel with the body.
Yeah, by the time you go over there, you see Lorel holding this man over her shoulder who has a red tunic on. He has shin guards on, bracers on that are all made out of brass.
Yeah.
But it looks like his throat has been cut.
Weird. Mavari's gonna move around just a little more and she can see Razmi, right?
Yeah, you see Razmi just standing in the doorway, just staring at the bodies of this woman and this young boy, just staring at them with her hands to her side. You can see in one hand is the dagger, and it's kind of relaxed and just kind of barely even in her hand, just hanging there. But she doesn't say anything. She's just lightly breathing and staring at him.
Razmi?
She doesn't respond.
Alright, that's the end of my turn.
All right. Tyr.
That was not me, actually. Alrighty. I am going to Starless Step, and I can't get on the building.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Ha! Good.
won't let
Fuck
me.
you. There. I don't think you can see out of side of it, though.
I can't see. Yeah, that's not gonna fly. Okay. Know that.
I'll just... So do you want to teleport on top of the building?
Yes, I'm just teleporting
Alright.
on top of the building to cover the entire party and see where everybody's at. Make sure nobody's throwing punches. Lorel obviously is already done with whatever she was doing.
Sure. Okay, so you teleport on top of the building. So you don't see Razmi, you don't see Blautz, you don't see Ginyo. But ahead of you, down the ground to your left, about 15 feet, you do see Celtra. Further ahead of him by another 15 feet, you can see LFD. It looks to be at a doorway. To your immediate right, it looks like there's a door that was opened, probably by Celtra since he is close to it. To your left, you can see Lorel carrying this person. And then you can see Mavari in the doorway, kind of below this. Like you can see maybe the back of her head or a shoulder or something.
Well, I'll hold a firebolt and wait for something to happen, because something usually does when everybody starts looking in houses.
Fair enough. Lorel. Hi. It is your turn. Mavari walked past you after Razmi walked past you and walked into the building. Oh, and then Tyr teleported on top of the building next to you.
Okay, all right. I'm going to check. I'm going to check this man. Is he dead?
How do you want to check him?
How do I want to check? Okay. Does he have
Do you just want to
pulse?
give him a good shake on your shoulder and be like, "Hey"?
No. I'm gonna take him off. I'm gonna lay him down and check his pulse.
You take him off, you lay him down, and you see his throat is cut. But you can still check his pulse if you want.
I'm gonna look up in disbelief. Mavari Razmi just killed this man,
I've gathered as much.
and
Sorry.
kind of I guess Mavari is the one who's most present for it. She sees that my teeth start to grow larger, and I myself start to grow larger, and I turn into a wolf.
Mavari is blocking the doorway, by the way. You cannot pass her. She won't let you. So unless you forcibly move Mavari.
She's got some explaining to do.
Probably later. We should still keep looking for people.
Don't let her anywhere near me. And then I'm going to, let's see. God, this freaking cohort doesn't help me figure out where anything is. I'm going to, go around, I suppose. Let's see. Because that's here. If I'm looking at the icon correctly. That fires out.
Yes. So if you have any questions, Tyr popped up onto the roof, so you could actually probably just call it a question to him, and he could answer it quickly if you needed some direction.
Okay. I'll come around. I'll come around to where Celtra put out the magic fire.
Mm-hmm.
And then I will look up at Tyr and say, what houses haven't been hit yet?
Sorry, just got here. Not sure. Celtra's there. Hell, you can see just about everybody. I'm still looking for Blautz.
Shoot, Blautz! There's so much going on right now.
Oh, you guys are sucky friends.
A little bit.
Anyone in this party who can take care of himself, it really is Blautz. That boy is... He's really good at what he does. Kicking ass and taking names. Let me see. We'll go... Let me see, that was 25, so then I can move 40? Am I 35? 40. 35, 40. Okay, I'll come down towards Celtra.
Mm-hmm.
And then let's see how far that'll get me. Sorry, I'm trying to like measure and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah, go right up next to Celtra. And so I just want to double check and make sure, DM. Other than the fire that Celtra put out, all the rest of this fire around is present.
Yes, ma'am. You can
Okay.
kind of feel the heat from it. So yeah, you can see the light coming off it. It's very bright. Do you think it... What's Lorel's intelligence?
My intelligence is...
No, Lorel's.
Oh, Lorel's?
Much fun.
Oh, well,
I'm kidding.
listen here, you. It's a 12. It's a 12.
Okay.
Plus one.
So, considering the creatures that have attacked you,
Mhm.
you think that these fires might be a decent deterrent. Because they kept trying to flee back to darkness.
Interesting. I just would lit some torches, not necessarily my whole house on fire, but it's all right. Let's do this. Then if that's the case, Celtra's right next to me. I am in my freaking werewolf form. I'm in like
Push him into the fire so you can save him.
No, what? No. All right, Celtra. I take it you haven't found anyone. Celtra.
No.
Okay. Razmi just killed someone.
It sounds like something she'd do. But then again, she's been acting weird lately.
There's a lot to unpack when all this is over. And I think that's kind of it. I don't really. Oh wait, I'm hasted, aren't I? I
Yes,
can do
ma'am.
more. Yay! All right, if that's the case, then to hell with it. We're gonna go further down. We're gonna go further down, past LFD, kind of like around the house that Celtra checked to the house on the right.
Alrighty. There's a cluster of like 3 houses there.
Yeah.
2 across from each other, and then the one at LFD is at that's kind of at the top of those 2. But
Okay,
yeah.
let's terrify someone if they're inside. Let's do this, Super Scotch.
Yeah, you open the door, huffing and puffing, and unfortunately, nobody's in there. You can see a torch lit, but there is nobody to scare the shit out of today. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
Alrighty. No, it's alright. It's alright. It's cool. It's cool. Alright, then that's the end. That's the end.
All right. So after that, Mavari, you see Razmi. Your passive perception's crazy stupid. So you actually see a couple of tears come down her face, and she gets on her knees and lays the boy flat and lays the woman flat, and then kind of covers them with this red blanket that was on the bed. And then she just kind of stays on her knees next to them. And you can kind of hear her whispering something to herself, but it doesn't sound like a ritual. It doesn't sound like a prayer. It sounds almost like a conversation that she's having with herself. But she's being very, very quiet. Blautz, what do you want to do? You are on the other side of town. Nobody can see you. If you get attacked, who knows how that's going to go? You got a really big fire next to you that seems to spread out for about 30 feet squared. I got that statue behind you. Big empty building.
This place sucks. Danielle and him nod in agreement, and then they will continue on. He will move slowly around the fire as he heads south toward another building. Is that light?
Is this the one? It is. I'm sorry, what?
To the west of him. Is that light right there?
That is light. So, in the building to your immediate left, you can see a window, which, I don't know if you heard the voice inside Mavari's head tell her that none of these buildings had windows, but so far, none of the buildings you've seen have windows, except for the temple and this one. So, you don't think it's a normal building. Kind of like this one that you can see right there, which is just like an iron bar door. And on the inside, you can see it looks like a bench that is solid with a single hole at the top of it.
Well, he has not interacted with that door to open it yet, so...
It's a bar door. You don't need to open it to see what it is.
He will move closer to the window and he will peer inside. Is there anything of note to see just for Lance?
One bed, one large brazier in the middle, and a large urn on the north side. Kind of by the door, you think. But the door is also in the same space as the fire, so you will not be able to safely use the door.
Is the window a like completely sealed off window where you can't open it at all, or can I open the window?
No, it's just a curtain, so all you'd have to do is move it aside and you can go in there.
Okay, then he would like to crawl into the window.
Oh, okay.
And
you see, it looks pretty nice in here. No blood, no bodies.
And he will investigate this strange room.
Alrighty, go ahead.
9. He is not smart.
Unfortunately, you find nothing.
Then he will just have his movement to crawl back out of the room, take the proper dodge action, and end his turn.
Alrighty. Celtra, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
I will continue on down 30 feet. Well, I'll stop right here by LFD to see what's inside of this building.
Caught on the floor, nothing else.
Okay.
Just kind of pat him. Keep going.
Move down here, and then I'll have LFD come after me and open this door.
Alrighty. As you open the door, you can see a cot on the right side of the floor, but you don't see anything beyond that.
Alrighty. That's all of my turn.
Okie dokie. Mavari, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
I can obviously see that whatever Razmi is going through, now is not the time for us to be talking to her. We have not more pressing matters, but sometimes you just need a moment to yourself without a giant werewolf trying to get you.
Yes.
So Mavari is just not going to move very far from Razmi because obviously Razmi is going through something. Mavari is going to shift back around so she can see the fires again and make sure that she's directing the water correctly towards them. But she's going to stay rather close to Razmi to make sure that no one else, or like specifically like Lorel, doesn't get angry and go after her.
That'll be fine. Alright.
That's the end of my turn.
Tyr, aka Lookout. You're on top of the building. You see that everybody's kind of moving to the south. The next rooftop is 15 feet away if you want to try to Spider-Man it. Otherwise, you can hop off the roof and make a acrobatics or athletics check to not take any damage upon your re-entry to the ground.
I was just trying to find a good location to where I could still cover everybody. But even though I should be able to see anyone, I can't see anyone on this fucking map. It's such a pain in the ass.
So, can't see around buildings, though, like that. You can see what you can see there.
Okay. Where's Mavari and her very loopy buddy?
Mavari is at the very south side of the building that you're on currently. She's just outside of it.
Oh, that's her.
You don't have any eyes on Razmi, who I'm assuming you're referring to.
Yep, that is who I was referring to. I'll just back them up, and when I get down, I'm teleporting down. No jumping. I have no athletics.
Oh, man, it could have been fun.
Yeah, for you.
Yep, pretty much. All right.
I'm done. Just overwatching everybody else.
All right, Lorel. You're at the front of this doorway where you see a cask. It looks like water that was in there. You can see a lit torch caught on the floor, red blanket. Beside you to your right, you can see Celtra and LFD at a doorway, kind of in between these three buildings. But that is it. What would you like to do?
Okay. I will again call out, hello, is anyone in here? Why? Okay. Then I'm going to run to the door on to the left.
Oh yeah, I forgot you're a werewolf.
Yeah. Barreling through. And then I'm going to open it.
Alrighty. As you open this one, it's a little different. So you see the cot on the floor, but you can see the floor is actually stone. And then above the cot, you can see a wooden rack. It looks handmade, built, not by any kind of like master craftsman or anything, but it's a built rack. And you can see like weapon racks that are built into that one. So it looks like it held a shield, spear, sword. I am telling you this without any kind of check because you're Lorel. This is your day-to-day thing. Like, you know this shit. That's like a Texan recognizing a gun rack in a truck. Like, it's just something you know and you see.
That's fair.
Yeah. So other than that, this building seems empty. No torches, no braziers, no urns, no nothing.
Alrighty. That was quite a sprint that I did, but I'm also hasted, so I should be okay. Right, and then see, I'm gonna kind of come around the building towards like where the fire is a little bit. Is the building that I've come in front of, the one directly next to it, is that one open yet?
I'm sorry, which one?
The one that's like right next to it, to the right hand side. I don't.
No, ma'am. It is not open.
Okay, then I will open this one as my hasted action.
Yeah, you can see the fire kind of billowing around this one on the backside, but you open it and there's a torch. It's lit, but you don't see anybody in here. There's no urns, no cabinets, no shelves, just the cot on the floor.
All right, cool. All right, all clear here. All right, then that's the end of my turn.
Alrighty. After that, Razmi comes out of the building and she holds like maybe 6 inches tops of wrapped cloth that's in kind of a cylinder shape. She holds it out to you, Mavari, and she says, "You're friends with a divine creature, and you are the most likely to live. Not now, but at an opportune time. Would you give this to Celtra should this be our fate?"
If that's what you need, then yes, and Movar will take it from her.
She just smiles and then turns around and starts dragging the man's body into the building. Not in a subtle way because she's pretty weak, but she starts. "Blautz, you're on the other side of town, all by your lonesome. You're inside of a building, or I'm sorry, I forgot you climbed back out. You're just on the other side of the town, doing your own thing. What do you want to do?"
He's just vibing, you know.
"Yeah, sure." You do see that the black smoke gets very, very thick ahead of you. You don't think you're going to be able to see outside of it very well, and other people will not be able to see inside of it very well.
Black smoke. Usually not breathable. He's going to continue southward a little bit. But how many feet was that? Don't want to track of movement. Go to it. He's going to start heading back to general direction here, party being. Oh no, I forgot the dragon. In the shadows. He's not producing light. They'll just begin heading back towards where he remembered the group last. Might as well reconvene. He doesn't know where they are.
They'd be a lot more north. Yeah, they were on the very northern tip. So you're kind of going through the center of the village. It'll be a little harder to see them from a distance, as none of them really have a strong light source. Actually, any light source.
But I think I'm the only one with a light source.
Talking. I think so. Celtra has a 5-foot lantern, I think.
My sword is on fire, so I have like 40 feet of light permeating from me.
Yeah. Darren.
Yeah.
Does Celtra still have that little lantern, that little, like, 5-foot light of lantern?
I turn it on and off.
Oh, okay. All right.
But other than that, dodge
oh,
action.
Sorry. Dodge action.
Yep, dodge action, and that's
there's no need for it. This place is perfectly safe. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Nope. That'll be turn.
Oh, kidoki. At the end of your turn, Celtra, can I ask you a personal question? Damn it!
Sure.
Does a 15 hit?
No.
What about a 26? Damn it.
26? 26 will hit.
Yeah, it wasn't the good hit though. It was the first one that really counts. All right. So, as you're looking inside this building, you don't really see, but this shadowy figure appears behind you, just kind of bellowing up from this smoke that you're decently close by, that's beside you in these buildings, and it tries to swing down at you. The first time, it just completely misjudges the distance and misses you, or maybe Celtra looks over his shoulder and like ducks out of the way quickly. But the second little claw comes up and strikes your brain for 15 points of damage. Psychic.
Okie dokie.
And then it's going to run like the brave creature it is. It's going to run back into the black fog. So if you and LFD would like to attack of opportunity it.
Okay.
I'm going to shorten that to ooh. Would you like to ooh?
So, ooh. Let's see.
That might be the dumbest thing I've ever said. So I won't do that again.
That's a dirty 20 for me.
Hit.
And a 10 for LFD.
Oh, LFD. Why do you do this to yourself? LFD only has to roll a 6 in order to hit these guys.
7 damage.
Alright, 7 points of damage to this creature as it tries to flee. Alright, and it does. But... Oh wait, actually there's no but. What's your passive perception?
15.
Okie dokie. So you see it go into the fog, and then it seems to disappear from view as it runs into the fog.
Alright. Not ideal.
Alrighty. Celtra, it is your turn. You and LFD are not alone, but decently distant from everybody else.
Boy, I went too far. There we go. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead, move in front of this door here. I'll move LFD just so I can stand here. I know it's in the fog, but I don't know where. So I'm going to cast Fairy Fire in this area.
Alright, wait, stay there. Don't move your thing. Okay, now go. Look at that.
Did you draw
You know what, roll 20?
layer?
You're not complete shit. Wait, what'd you say?
I said, did you draw it on the right layer?
Oh, son of a bitch!
You can just highlight it and then right click, and then you can
Fuck this
switch what
thing.
layer it's on. There you go.
Stupid as roll 20. Deck save, right?
Correct.
Alright, while I'm doing this deck save, why don't you remind me what happens in case he fails?
Blah, blah, blah. It sheds light at a 10-foot radius. Any attack roll against an affected creature or object has advantage, and the affected creature or object can't benefit from being invisible.
Alright, he rolled a 19.
Damn.
So is there anything that happens if you pass, or is it just like...
If you pass, then you're not affected by it. I don't know if it outline. Each object is outlined. Any creature in the area is also outlined if they fail to save for the duration. Object, blah 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 blah. No, I think they only got to make it once. So if he passed, then he's just not affected.
Alright. So you throw that out there.
Objects in the area are lit up, so now every object is shedding. I think it's dim light.
Well, you see a small tree in front of you, almost directly. One a little bit past that. A little shrubbery in the thick smoke. A bit ahead of you to your right. Small little shrubbery right by the river there.
And then I bonus action. No, I'll stand. I'll stand still, and I'll have LFD stay next to me.
Okie dokie. Mavari, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
Okay, so it looks like Razmi is slightly better. Just ever so slightly. Mavari is gonna move forward again, closer to the flames to see if she can start putting them out, but she can't really move past all these houses because of the fires and everything. A refresher of what the red circle is?
Fairy fire. I don't think anything happens when you walk into it. I think
Okay.
it's just now the whole area is a little bit pretty.
Did Celtra call out saying he was being attacked?
He did not.
Okay. I do see him.
Yeah,
He looks beat up like he was earlier.
yeah, it's all mental.
I don't know he's being attacked. I'm gonna move a swing around a little bit so I can have a good view of the worst of the flames and direct the water that way. But now I have a good view, I think right there, yeah. I have a good view on both Lorel and Celtra and Tyr, which is what I want. Don't know where Blautz is, but knowing Blautz, he's probably okay.
Probably.
Yeah, he survived the Feywild. He's fine.
You've been at this for a little bit with the whole water thing. So you've put out about 10 square feet at the very front of these buildings in the middle of this town.
Perfect.
So you know if you keep at it, you'll eventually get it out, but it's just magical bullshit. Alright, Tyr, you are on top of the building. Because you are looking out, and because these creatures are taller than average, I'm gonna say you saw the top of a shadowy figure over by Celtra, and then it seemed to move away out of sight and vanish. But you never really heard anything, so make of that what you will.
Well, since I can't see anything, I'll go ahead and keep watching over Razmi now that I've heard that weird-ass conversation underneath my feet.
You can assume she didn't know you were there.
I'm going to assume, yeah, so I'm not going to mention anything and keep an eye on the party as best I can from where I'm at. Which I can see, I think that's Lorel right there beside Mavari, and if another figure pops up over there where Celtra is, I'll shoot that bastard, because he ain't a party and a human doesn't look like that. So I'll
Firebolt, Radiant Flavor?
Huh?
Oh, I was saying Firebolt, Radiant Flavor?
Yes.
Alright. So, Lorel, it is your turn. In front of you, you can see this building. To the left, you can see the building that you had previously opened up. The one in front of you, torches lit. You can see a cut on the floor, red blanket. Behind you, you can see the building that you left Celtra to inspect. And then to the right of you, you can see Mavari. And you have a bit of fear in your eyes as you can see something evaporating behind her. This large, black, misty figure kind of forming, overshadowing her as she's looking towards you and just kind of directing this water. But then over your shoulder, you see a little bit of movement, and you notice that there's one that is forming beside you also. But we're going to do that next week.